Welcome back to my kitchen. So today, for our small group, we are going to make something out of some recyclables that we've been collecting. It's called a junk sculpture. So I have a bunch of stuff here on my counter. A lot of this is stuff that we talked about in our lesson on Monday, things that you can recycle like plastic bottles, aluminum cans. This is a cereal box made out of cardboard, plastic bottles like milk cartons, juice bottles, things like that. So I'm not going to use all of these things, but I'm going to use a few of them and see what I can make out of them. So I thought, I don't have a lot of glue at my house, so I'm going to use tape and scissors. If you have glue at your house, that's fine. Whatever you can find to put your sculpture together with is perfect. Doesn't have to be just like mine. It can be anything you want to make. Okay, so just be creative. Think about what kinds of things that you have that you can use, like recyclables, cardboard, plastic, things like that. So I thought I'm going to make a robot. So this cereal box is going to be the body of my robot. So I'm going to need a head for the robot. So I thought I could use this smaller box right here as my head. I think I'll make it go that way for the robot. So I'm going to use some tape. This is just a fun art activity, a creative way for you guys to use and think about recycling materials. Like I said, you can use any materials you might have in your house. Oh my goodness, tape is being difficult. So let's see. All right, so what I want to do is, first I'm going to need to make sure I tape this box closed because it was open from when we ate it the other night. So I'll tape that closed, and then I need to figure out how I want to attach it to the body. So I'm going to need another piece of tape for that. Put that on the bottom, and then stick it like that. And I might need another piece of tape back here on the back to make sure it stays on really good. Okay? All right, so now I have the body of my robot and the head, so I'm looking for some arms. And as I go through my materials over here, I have these cool water bottles because I drink water every day. So that might be something good to do arms with. You could probably cut holes and insert those, but just for time's sake, I'm just going to tape mine on. But kind of think of creative ways that you guys could attach things. So we could do it this way, or we could do it this way. I'm thinking this way, hopefully. So we're going to need another piece of tape on this side. Okay. Oh goodness, we're going to need a much bigger piece of tape. Sure the arm stays on. So we have one arm. All right, now let's do the other one. So parents, as you do this small group activity with your students, just think about talking about the different materials that you're using. Like I'm using plastic bottles, cardboard boxes, things like that. Different materials that we can use that are recyclable. The idea behind this, guys, is that we're reusing, that was one of our big words we talked about on Monday, we're reusing materials we have at home to make something else. So like in the paper bag princess, she reused a paper bag to make a dress. We are reusing recyclable materials to make something new, an art sculpture, something fun. All right, so So now these are the plastic lids from my milk jug and from my apple juice jug. And I'm adding them to the front of my robot. And they are going to be the eyes of my robot. So tape them on like that. Kind of hard to do from the back, but hopefully they're kind of even. All right, so now you can kind of see my robot's taking shape. I don't really know what I could use for the mouth, but I could try to come up with something. You could even draw on it with markers if you wanted to add to your sculpture. I was trying to think of a good way to make legs for my robot, but maybe he's gonna be on like a skateboard, you know, like rollers instead of tall legs. So I can use this other cardboard box on the bottom to attach him to and make it look like he's kind of on like a skateboard, or maybe he's got wheels on the bottom, something cool like that. So I can attach him that way. You can add other things to your sculpture. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a robot. It can be anything that you can come up with that you can use all of your recyclables on, okay? So I want you to think about what can you make with the stuff that you have at home, this stuff that you've been collecting. You can use paper bags, cardboard, plastic, aluminum, any of those kind of things. That might be a cool hat for my robot. I like that. It's very colorful. And here's his hat on the top. Okay, so I can't wait to see what junk sculptures you guys come up with, and make sure when you're doing your video, you're telling me what kind of materials that you're using. Are you using plastic? Are you using cardboard? Aluminum? What kinds of materials, recycling materials that you collected around your house that you're going to use for your sculpture, okay? All right, I look forward to seeing everyone's post on Dojo tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.